They don't understand why you stay up so late. They can't figure out why you sacrifice so much. They are at loss as to how it is that you live on so little. They can't figure out how you keep to yourself because they just don't understand you. What many miss is that understanding. I want you to write this down. It's going to mess you up. It's going to blow your mind, and you're going to have to talk about it on Valentine's Day. I want you to have this. I promise you, you'll thank me later. Understanding. Would you write this down? Understanding is more important than love. Did y'all hear what I just said? Understanding is more important than love. Understanding takes more work than falling in love. Understanding is what leads to genuine love. Love without understanding cannot last. Love without understanding is like having a beautiful sports car but not having the keys. If you understand me, then it won't be difficult for you to love me. God, you didn't hear what I just said. The people who don't love you don't understand you. I see you, you feel me, you're around me, but do you know me? No adult has ever looked back on their childhood. Not one adult has ever looked back on their childhood and complained, my parents understood me too much. Not one. Nobody has ever left divorce court telling the judge, I need to get out because they understand me so much. Conversely, many children never underestimate their parents, watch this, understanding, and it is woefully, bitterly unfortunate, and I've seen it as a pastor, how many children don't understand their parents' understanding of them until their parents are on a deathbed, until their parents are battling a terminal ill. I want to say to you that is unconventional even in church, but I'll take that risk. Love alone is not enough. I'm trying, sir. Love is not enough. If you profess to love me, but you don't understand me, you just like me a lot. And it will not, in fact, be able to be sustained. Because while that may be sufficient for you, it will not be adequate for me. The more that I am in love with you, it is the more that I understand you. That's why it's easy, please hear me very carefully, it's easy for people who don't know you not to like you. So most of the people who claim they don't like you really don't know you. So they don't like what they've heard about you or what they've assumed about you. And then when they get to know you, they have to apologize because it then goes against everything that they thought because you hated a figment of your own imagination. And so to love me, understand this, that I am complex. And because I am complex, small-minded people will be easily frustrated. So for people, watch this, who really do not have intelligence and creativity and depth, they will dismiss you as being too much. God, I can't hear anybody, but somebody who is plugged into you will understand you're just enough. So you have to stop apologizing to people who have become intimate strangers and cloak themselves as friends, because it is their loss that they really don't know what a genuine, authentic person looks like. And so because I really love you, you don't even know that what I'm saying to you was never to offend you, but I love you enough to tell you you shouldn't have that on. I can't hear nobody. I'm your real friend, and because I'm your real friend, I'm not going to play games with you. And I'm going to tell you, you playing yourself, and that ain't going nowhere. I can't hear nobody. And so I don't mean to be cold or callous. My only problem is I'm honest, and you like liars. I can't hear nobody. And so because it is that I operate at a different standard, you don't know how to take me or to receive me. But what you don't understand is that who I am is not contingent on your validation or your cosign. If you leave me, I'll still be me. Talk about me, I'll still be me. Let me lose my job, I'll still be fly. Because there is something about me that you will not understand on the level. Many failed relationships and friendships failed because they assumed, I want you to write this down, it's getting ready to mess you up, I promise you. So many relationships failed because the other person assumed they grew apart. Or they felt like they became different people. If the truth be told, they relied too much on the love they had, that they did not have the room for the love for who you were becoming. So you did not run out of love, you ran out of understanding. So you love me, y'all ain't gonna like this, you love me naive. You love me weak. You love me broken. But when I get the strength enough to love myself, then it's too much. I can't hear nobody in here. But if you love me, you shouldn't want to see me in a weakened state. And you ought to be able to celebrate the strides that I made to become who it is that God is fashioning to me. And I'm going to say this to you. If you are upset with who I am now, can I give you a warning label? When God gets through with me, I shall come forth as pure gold. The expression that comes to mind is, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Or, you heard this one, it's not you, it's me. So they only loved the dimension of you that they had been exposed to. And then when they understand other elements to who it is that you are, then it is that they become intimidated. So they are enamored by you being cute, having a shape, having a figure, having a car, and having money, but they were not prepared for you having a mind. So when you begin to think out loud, I can't hear nobody, then they begin to try to put you down, and they're not putting you in your place. They're trying to shrink you down to their size. Hallelujah. They can't understand why you think, why you want to have meaningful dialogues and critical conversations, why you explore territories that are not yet explored, that why it is that you want to go places other people haven't gone, why it is that you want to try things that nobody else has ever done, because there is something different in your DNA, that I am in the world, but I'm not of the world. I can't hear nobody. And see, a whole lot of people who don't understand you don't understand there's a David Banner in me. You won't like me if I'm angry. Hallelujah. I try to be nice, but if you push me all the way there, you're going to see a person. The disciples thought they had seen a ghost simply because they didn't recognize him in a storm. They had only seen him on mountains, hills, and valleys, but they had never seen him go through something that could have swallowed him whole. I'm going to say to you, please, ladies and gentlemen, don't fall in love with anybody who's not prepared to see you walk through a storm. Hallelujah. Y'all just missed what I just said. If they can only love you when you look like a Mac counter, if they can only love you, watch this, when you balling out of control, it ain't gonna last, boo. But if If you can find somebody that'll love you when you still got sleep in your eye, when you need to swish around some Listerine, when your hair ain't did, when your wig is crooked, when your shoes are run over, when there's a run in your stocking, and they still look at you and say, you are the bomb.com. That's when you found somebody that loves you when you're walking through your storm. Jesus tried to warn us about himself, and in warning us about himself, he said, my ways are not like your ways. My thoughts are not like your thoughts, but I still love you. But you look at your neighbor and tell them, it ain't a whole lot of people like me. A whole lot of people don't think like me, and a whole lot of people won't say what I say. So it takes somebody special to love me. Hallelujah. The last 3 people you were with before me were prepping you for the real thing. You ought to be thanking God that God served your life long enough for you to meet somebody as genuine, real, authentic, and bona fide as me. Look at your neighbor. Tell me, when you look for my name in the book of life, it is a blue check because I'm verified. I'm verified because God knows he can trust me even when I go through a storm. Would you shake that neighbor's hand? Tell him I'm verified. I learned how to bless God when I had no money in my pocket. I'm verified. I loved him with my whole heart when I had nobody who loved me at home. I'm verified. I come to church when it's rain, when it's snowing, and when it's sunny outside. I'm verified. I'm verified because I learned how to love him when I'm up and when I'm down. I'm verified because I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. Those of y'all that are standing, rock with me. Would you do me a favor, please? Will you just give God glory just for loving you, even with all of your facets, all of your dimensions, all of your